Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Glake here, and I'm back again with another video. Something a little bit more different this time around, seeing as I haven't done any news update videos for a while. But I do want to start covering some Animal Crossing New Horizons info, since we're getting pretty close to the release date now. We're finally in 2020, which means Nintendo is going to be starting to drop a lot more, whether it be commercial ads or AC directs, or even just more images regarding the game. So I want to kind of break that stuff down, and I wanted to start with the AC New Horizons ad, the Japanese ad that dropped recently, yesterday. Well, dropped New Year's, I think, like in Japan, so technically 2 days ago. But I kind of wanted to break that down because that came along with some new information of its own, including the official box art for the game in Japan. I'm assuming the box art here in the US might be just slightly different, but I think, if I remember correctly, the New Leaf box art in Japan and the New Leaf box art in the US are pretty much the same, aside from, you know, like the title logo. Japan gets in my opinion, the snazzier logo for their Animal Crossing games. But anyway, I kind of wanted to break down all of that stuff today. So as you guys can see, the latest trailer is kind of looping in the background. We get the brand new box art towards the end there. But I kind of wanted to break this down bit by bit. So as you can see a lot of the new returning villagers in this ad. There's a ton, and I believe pretty much every single villager is supposed to be returning. Apparently that's already been confirmed, that every single villager from past AC games will be making it into this game, and we're likely to get new villagers as well, so that's pretty neat. If you've been holding out for Isabelle, for an Isabelle reveal, well, you're in luck, because Isabelle is finally in the game. As you can see, there she is. Oh my god, so freaking adorable. Isabelle is back, and you know, they're kind of just showing you a lot of the new features that are present in the game, such as being able to landscape your own freaking paths, which is just great. And then at the end here, as you can see, we get the official box art reveal for the game finally. And I wanted to break down the box art next, because that's kind of where all the new stuff comes in. Now, this trailer, not too much different, like it's mostly stuff we've already seen, just kind of different angles for everything. But the box art is honestly where we get the most new information. So I kind of wanted to break that down a little bit first. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at exactly all the new stuff, what's going on in this crazy background of this box art, because I've already heard a ton of speculation, what people are already thinking about what might be present in this game. And there's kind of some things that I honestly feel like people have kind of overlooked that could possibly be new additions to the game. Some might be a bit of a reach, but I think they're worth pointing out altogether anyway. So I think the first thing that obviously we need to point out are the new characters that are in this box art. So obviously, right up close, we've got what I believe to be an ancestor of Chip, or like a descendant. I'm assuming it's either his son or daughter. I think it could be either. I can't tell if this is a male or female character, to be very honest, so I'm not going to say whether it's a he or she, but either way, I feel like they are probably going to be replacing Chip in some way or form. Chip might still be in the game, maybe doing something completely different, I don't know. But assuming with this character fishing and all, I'm assuming that they are there probably to replace Chip. So I think it's a safe bet that Chip might be taking a break from this game, and their son or daughter, cousin, whatever, whoever this may be, is probably going to be replacing them. I think this is a really cute character too. They seem so immersed in their fishing. They're so hyped about it, like, yeah, I got one. Not exactly a new character, but there we could see Isabelle once again. Isabelle is back, just arrived on the island. Looks like she's kind of directing this villager towards somewhere, like almost as if she's welcoming them to the island. So I don't know, maybe Isabelle starts on the island. I think they said that eventually she would show up. I think they said that during like the E3 gameplay. I think they said that she would be present in the game. I know they said she would be in the game, but I don't remember if they said that she'll eventually show up on the island, or if she's there at the start. It'd be cool if she's there at the start, though. That would be pretty awesome. Like if she's there just to like welcome people or something like that. That's her type. She's a welcoming type. She's the type that just I don't know, dude. She's so supportive. Love Isabel. And in the background, in the very background, we have definitely a new character. I cannot tell like what species this character is. It looks like it's a bird. Almost looks like a toucan. Like, I can't tell. This dude has like, it looks like he has a really large beak. It looks like he has like a ginormous beak. I can't tell, but like it looks like he has like feathers on the back of his head, and those are definitely like bird feet. So at first I was like, wait, is that an elephant? Like, for some reason I thought it was like a trunk, but then I was like, no, this is definitely a bird. Looks like a toucan or something. So that's very possible that that's what he is. Looks like he's going to be the guy in charge of flying, in charge of the plane, which makes sense. Birds fly, so that's only fitting. I can't even think of a better species to have to be in charge of the plane, of the travel system. So that's pretty cool. So it looks like we're going to be going to him for whenever we want to visit our friends' islands. He's going to be the one who is going to fly us out. Now it looks like there are, I can't tell. I really have to look closely. It looks like there is room for, actually, yeah, I honestly can't tell. I'm assuming that's just one door and you just get in and there's just room for one person. It'd be really cool if you can travel like with multiple friends to somebody else's island. Because right now in every single Animal Crossing game which has online play, you're only able to travel alone to somebody else's island. It'd be really cool if you could travel as a group to somebody else's island, like take your group of friends over to meet like another group of friends. The only thing is, you know, it's only 8 players max, so I'm not quite sure how that would work, but that would be a really cool feature if they added that in. That'd be pretty awesome. And I don't want to forget about Harvey in the background here. Also, Harvey's not exactly a new. Oh, he's new. He's kind of new. He's not brand new, but you know, he's fresh. He's fresh to the franchise still. We got Harvey in the background here. This is probably one of the biggest sort of reveals from within this box art, is that there is an island here, and we did not know that previously, or we did not know that prior, that there will. This is basically announcing the return of the island. So in some way or form, islands will be making their return. I've heard speculation about these other islands in the background. You could see 3 other bodies of land, one in the middle here, one way off into the distance, and one in the corner here. It would be really cool if you could go to multiple islands, but personally I kind of just think that these are just here as part of like the landscape of the box art. I really don't think we're going to be traveling to these far away distant islands. I don't really think these really have any purpose. I kind of just think they're there just for the scenery, just to show you that, hey, this might be where other players live, but you know, not like other players as in like they're a part of the actual game cart, but other players as in like this is where ideally that's where your friends' islands could be or whatever. Just letting you know that you're not alone in the world basically. But yeah, the island in general looks a lot different than what we have in New Leaf. More of a cabin on an island looks like Harvey is living in, so it's very possible that he's in charge of the whole island fund this time around, which makes me wonder what they're going to do with like Tortimer and what they're going to do with Cap'n and his family. Because I like them. I like how like he had his entire family on the island working and stuff. That was pretty cool. So I wonder what they're gonna do with him. I guess there's a possibility that we can have like our own cabin on an island. That'd be sick. Like we could have like our own vacation cabin on an island that we could travel to with friends. And then there's also the southern islands. Like hopefully they'll bring back the southern islands where Cap'n and Tortimer are, and we could just go out there for mini games and whatnot and just meet random players online. So that'd be cool if they had both. Honestly, that'd be really dope if we had both, and you know, and one island to go to vacation and just have like a separate body of land for us to completely customize however we want, have our own little place there, and all that other stuff, which also makes me think what's going to happen with the whole RV and campsite sort of mechanic that they added into new Leaf. The only reason why I'm wondering that is because Pocket Camp is not going anywhere. Pocket Camp is going to be around. It's still going to be in service for quite a while. It's still going to be popular, and I'm pretty sure Nintendo is still going to continue to support the game with new items. So I'm wondering if there will be a different character in control of the whole RV system, if that's going to be implemented into this game. Because now that I think about it, doesn't Harvey sort of have like his own little hut or house of his own in the campsite section on New Leaf? I believe he does. So this could just be what that is just his own little house, and this could be like a dedicated island for the RVs. But like, how would you get your RV out to an island? I don't know. I have so many questions about how that would work. That's the only reason why I can't really see this being like an island for the RV system, is just because, like, the RV and campsite system is just because how the heck are you gonna get your car out to an island? I don't see any bridges. So yeah, so I'm hoping this is something completely different. I'm hoping it's something new, but at the same time, I do really want to see the return of the RV and campsite system, and I really would definitely want to see implementation between New Horizons and Pocket Camp. Like, I know Pocket Camp is going to consistently be getting new items, and I hope the way to like to get those items into New Horizon is going to be, you know, interconnectivity between the two. I don't know how I don't know how they would make that work without, you know, forcing us to spend money. But I definitely want to see this game constantly getting whatever new items Pocket Camp is getting, whether it's, you know, a month later after they come out or 3 months later after they come out. I don't want them to stop supporting this game with new items. Like, I feel like this game should be getting as many new content updates as Pocket Camp is getting. So yeah, hopefully they take that route one way or another and just find a way to encourage players to play both games without having to spend money. That would be great. So last thing I wanted to point out actually is the town levels. Now, what I mean by town levels is that if you guys remember from Animal Crossing GameCube, there were 2 town levels in Animal Crossing GameCube. So you had a hill that would kind of bring you up to the main town level, and then a hill that would bring you downwards to sort of the second town level where the beach is and everything else. Now, Wild World had 1 town level just because, you know, of the capability of the Nintendo DS and like the size of the town. They were pretty small, so it was 1 town level. Everything's on the same level. The beach is on the same level as your house, town hall, all that stuff. City Folk, since the Wii had much more power, we saw the return of two town levels, and in New Leaf, so the 3DS is, you know, a much more capable system than the DS was. We also saw the return of two town levels in the DS version. Now, as you can see in this box art, we've got main town level here where all the characters are, the beach. Looks like we have a second town level where there's two cedar trees, and then a third town level above that. So I don't know if this is just part of the landscape, because it's looking like this waterfall has to start from a river somewhere, and it's looking like it's going to lead up into another like main level section. So I think it's very possible that these towns will have 3 levels. It's possible. I personally haven't seen anything like that in the trailers yet. From all the footage that's been revealed, it looks like the towns only have 2 levels, but that would be really awesome if we got 3 levels. It would be really awesome. I'm honestly hoping that sometime soon we can see sort of the I'm hoping sometime soon we could see like a full island, like at least a map of a full island, just to sort of see like exactly how much space we're going to be working with. So far it seems like the towns are absolutely massive. I'm not quite sure yet though if they're larger than the GameCube towns, because out of all the Animal Crossing games we've gotten since population growing, the GameCube towns are still the largest. So I'm really hoping that New Horizons is actually able to either match the town size of the GameCube towns, or at least or surpass that rather. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the huge stuff I wanted to point out in this box art. There are some little things here and there, such as the paint cans that I believe these look to be paint cans. So it looks like we're gonna be able to like customize the color of our items, so that seems pretty cool. Those look like paint cans. I'm not like 100% sure that they are, but it looks like it. We also have, I forget the name of this character. I think the name is just Bunny, right? I think it's just Bunny. Oh no, Lottie. That's the name of the character. Is it Lottie or Dottie? I don't even remember. I think it's Lottie. No, Lottie. No, Dottie is the blue one. I think this one is Lottie. And it looks like she's reading like a book of some sort. I can't tell if she's on like the phone or if she's reading a book. I think she's reading a book though, because it looks like there's a second page, like slightly. It's cut off, but it's cut off by her head. But like it looks like there's a second page. And you know, if you have villagers who are just, you know, got this dude here just laying down. So it looks like if you put furniture out, maybe they'll be able to interact with it. I don't know, that would be interesting if that's actually how that would work. If you have furniture out outside on the beach, if they'll just go and chill out on it, that would be really awesome. It'd definitely be a way to make the town seem a lot more lively and make the villagers much more involved with what you've been doing and stuff like that. So I think aside from that, that's pretty much all I really wanted to point out. I know there's like, honestly, I've heard like a lot of speculation like since this trailer dropped along with the box art, and people have been reaching, dude. Like people have been hella reaching when it comes to features speculation. I kind of wanted to keep it reasonable, just because like I've been around for God knows how many Animal Crossing launches, and every single time like I want to reach so hard. Like there's so many things I would like to see in an Animal Crossing game, and I feel like I jumped the gun a little bit too much, so I want to be a little bit more reasonable this time around. But yeah, overall I am a lot more excited for this game now. My hype sort of died down since like the E3 reveal, because you know the date just seems so far off, and I was upset about the delay. But it seems like they're updating us with a lot more information and stuff lately, which reminds me, I did want to take a quick look at the up close new images that we got. So these are pretty old. I think they are a couple weeks old, but there are some things I wanted to point out. So in this first image here, as you see with all 8 players, dude, I'm still extremely hyped that we can play with 8 people, dude. That's so sick. So with all 8 players here, you can see in the background there's a bicycle. I'm pretty sure this is just aesthetic, just an item that a player has placed outside. I don't think you're going to be able to ride bikes around your town. Now, if towns were, you know, so large, so massive to the point where running around would actually be a chore to get to one side, from one side to the other, if they did add in bikes or like roller skates or something to get around faster, I would lose my mind. I would absolutely lose my mind. So I could only see, that would be a reach if I assumed that's what this bicycle in the background was for actually riding around your town. That would be a reach, but I think it's more than likely that this is just aesthetic and just decoration for the outside. But it would be really cool if we could get like some sort of bicycle or some sort of, I guess, vehicle, so to speak, to help us get around our town faster, if that is a necessity, like if towns are actually that large. And yeah, right over here you can see the second level, so I'm assuming this is the second level of the town. Looks like it. So I don't know what this is in the background here. It looks like could be another bridge, but yeah, it looks like this is the second level. Not too much going on in the second image. You know, you could see villagers with their watering cans. Teddy is sitting in the background just chilling. Wow, this table is this an item? I don't even know if that's an item. It's gotta be an item. But yeah, as you can see, like these are pretty much your typical images. Like we've already seen these before. Now, one thing that caught my eye was the fall image, and as you guys already know, during the cherry blossom like season, the leaves are the sakuras are blowing around, and that usually happens for like, I think, is it just a day? I think it's just a day, or maybe it's a couple days. But now that there's like a wind, you know, a wind mechanic, wind feature in this game, it seems like that's going to affect like the scenery during all seasons. So as you can see in this image, there's a couple leaves just blowing around. At least I think they are leaves. They look like they're leaves. It would make sense because it's fall. And you can see from, you know, the wheat in the background, it's kind of like blowing with the direction the leaves are going. It's kind of blowing with the wind. So that's pretty cool to know that we'll be able to see leaves blow in other seasons other than, like, you know, cherry blossom season during the spring. We'll be able to see leaves blow during the fall, and hopefully that means during the winter when the wind is blowing, hopefully we can get like blizzard like conditions. That's what I'm hoping for too. That'd be really cool. But I haven't seen anything like that yet, because this winter image, everything seems to be, you know, just snowing normally, snowing peacefully, and it's just kind of just the normal Animal Crossing winter scenery that we're sort of used to, but it looks like a million times more beautiful, obviously. Wow, I cannot wait for winter in this game. It's gonna be so amazing, and I'm not gonna time travel to it either. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up everything I wanted to point out. I'm sure there are gonna be some people who are going to like point out some little things, like in this first image you can see curtains. Like, oh my god, are we able to set up curtains in our house? Like, there's so many little things that like I could spend all day pointing out, but a lot of these images are old. Like, they've been out for a couple weeks now, so I'm going to try and stay very up to date as much as possible with all the new images that roll out. I'm gonna try and do videos that cover them, as well as any more video updates or ads. Like, I'm gonna do videos for those pretty much leading up until the launch. This is kind of what I wanted to do right off the bat from this game getting revealed at E3, but we really didn't receive much information after E3. I think we've got a few announcements, we got a few images, but overall there hasn't been much. They've been pretty quiet about information regarding the game, and it seems like now that we're in January and we're 3 months away, you know, less than 100 days away from this game's launch, they're going to be picking up the pace a little bit. And I believe there's a Nintendo Direct coming pretty soon. That's pretty heavily rumored. I mean, they always do one in January, I think. So I think one is coming pretty soon, and that will surely have some new Horizons news for us, and I'll definitely be covering that as well. So if you want to stay up to date with my personal coverage for Animal Crossing New Horizons news and new footage that rolls out, be sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, show your support, because I am extremely stoked for this game, and yeah, I can't wait to start making content for it, covering it more, and hopefully playing with you all when the game rolls out. So until next time, you guys keep on gaming, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.